I need the money, for myself and for Mother. I thought I could earn more here." "I see." Kay's voice matched hers. "But why Washington? Why not Chicago, New York?" It was another question that had no short, simple answer. Aaron explained about Fran and the apartment and the job opportunities. Kay listened with an expression that suggested none of it made any sense or answered the question. "I suppose," Aaron said finally, "it was partly because the area wasn't entirely strange to me. It was years ago that I lived in Virginia, but I liked it, and She stammered into silence as she realized the other voices had stopped and that they were all looking at her. Rosemary frowned. "All right, Kay," she said. "If you don't mind, I'll talk to Aaron myself." The others took the hint. Jeff was the first to leave, after a coolly courteous, "Nice to have met you, Miss Hartsock." Joe's comment was more friendly. "See you around, kid." Nick followed him out, with no more than a nod at Aaron. She wondered if she had offended him, and decided she didn't care if she had. Kay remained firmly planted in her seat until Rosemary asked pointedly about some letters that had to go out that day. Then she moved slowly, stopping to look back at Rosemary as if she were hoping to be asked to remain. When the door closed after Kay, Aaron expected Rosemary to begin questioning her. Instead, she turned and called loudly, "We give you leave to depart, Will." Aaron had forgotten he was there. He rose slowly, fixing Rosemary with a critical stare. "Now it's the royal we. I do urge you to consider what you are about to do, Miss Hartsock. It's dangerous enough to get involved with this gang of rampant individualists, but a boss suffering from delusions of grandeur." "Go away, Will," Rosemary said. Will winked solemnly at Aaron and ambled out. 10 minutes later, Aaron left the house. There was no one in sight except for the scattered cats. 2 kittens, a tabby and a gray and white, were chasing a leaf, but the rest were asleep, forming furry puddles on the chairs or sprawled in drowsy stupor across the worn floor. The car was as hot as an oven. Aaron took off her jacket and then, after a wary glance to make sure no one was looking, struggled out of her pantyhose. Thus refreshed, she was able to think more clearly. It had happened so fast she felt a little dazed. A series of rapid-fire questions from Rosemary, none of them personal, all of them relating to her experience, expectations, and salary requirements, had relieved her of any need to explain or elaborate. Nor had Rosemary deliberated over her decision. "I can't offer you any more than you are presently earning, and I certainly can't promise you job security. I'm not even sure at this point precisely what I will ask you to do. It depends to a certain extent on you, your interest, your willingness to turn your hand to whatever may be asked of you. To an even larger extent, however, your job depends on factors over which none of us has any control. The only thing I can promise you is that you won't be bored.